Welcome back to Fighting Fat for America. This is Jason Hunter, and I need to get a few thank yous out of the way first. I want to thank each and every one of you for all the comments, the questions, the feedback that I got from episode 1. Seemed like it was a very big hit, and I hope to deliver great content to you each and every episode because we have to take responsibility for ourselves. The food companies aren't going to do it. The drug companies aren't going to do it. We need to do it ourselves. We need to be able to look ourselves in the mirror and ask ourselves, am I doing everything that I can do to fight fat? And the things you do is actually going to rub off on others because when they see you doing good things, they're going to want to start to mimic that. That's how we're going to fight fat for America. That's how we're going to fight fat for the world. So, with that being said, coming up on today's show, a question about diet green tea. Is it everything that it's cracked up to be? A fat fighting tip of the week that's going to have you feeling great every single Sunday. This week's big weight loss lesson is overcoming insulin resistance, and this is something that millions of people have. They don't even know they have it. So it's going to be a very important topic. And finally, the state of health in America today. Now you know what to do because it's time to put this on our shoulders. You need to put away the potato chips. You need to throw away the ice cream. It's now time to fight fat for America. I'm your host, Jason Hunter, and this is the only show that reminds you if there's one thing that you can do for your country, it's to take better care of yourself. I came across this information a couple weeks ago on just the level of obesity issues we have in America today. And I wanted to show them to you because they're actually very scary. And this doesn't even account for children. These charts, these graphs, these numbers are literally just measuring adults. It doesn't account for the 1 in 5 4-year-old children in America that are now considered obese. I mean, seriously, 1 out of every 5 4-year-olds is considered obese? Heck, I can't even get in my house at night when I bring my daughter home from daycare without her saying she wants to ride her bike. She knows that I have to feed the dogs as soon as I come home because they've been waiting. I can't even get in the door. She wants to ride her bike or she wants to go for a walk. So I just don't understand how 1 in 5 4-year-olds can be considered obese. They can't cook for themselves. They can't get their own food. They may want that junk food, but they really can't get it unless an adult provides it for them. So we need to look at these adult populations. We need to look at these charts and numbers and say we need to change it now because what we're doing is affecting our kids. 30 states have 25% of their population that's considered obese. 3 states have 30% of their population that's considered obese. And this number has been growing for years now. It's just crazy how we are just destroying ourselves. And we're waiting for other people to take care of the problem. And now it's affecting our kids. And that's what bugs me the most because our life expectancy is actually decreasing now for the first time in God knows how many years. And you know what? If adults want to make those decisions, that's fine. I can only do so much. But when you're affecting children like that, it just seems to get me a little fired up. But I want to know what you're going to say. What's your opinion on this? What are your thoughts? Does this get you as upset as me when it comes to 1 in 5 4-year-old Americans be considered obese? I mean, I just don't understand that. It just blows my mind why we have that many kids that are obese already at 4 years old. It shouldn't even be happening. So let me hear from you because I want to know your opinion. I want to know your thoughts. It's time to step up to the plate and take responsibility for ourselves. Now it's on to your questions with Ask Jason. This week's question comes from Jerry, and she asks, Jason, I guess my real question comes from this angle. Commercial or regular green tea has 60 calories per 12 ounces, and diet has 0 calories. In my opinion, I like the regular better. Also, should there be a limit as to how much I can drink of tea before I drink just water? It's a good question, Jerry. And in general summary, commercial or regular green teas at 60 calories per 12 ounces is fine. The only time that would be a problem would be if you're going to drink 5, 6, 7 of them a day and you're actually putting down 300 to 500 calories extra. We would have to adjust for your caloric intake by substituting out some other foods or drinks throughout the day. And actually green tea is packed full of antioxidants, but the one thing you do want to watch out for is make sure that these teas aren't actually 200 calories or 250 and full of sugars, because a lot of bottled teas are. So if you want to stick to the regular packets and things like that, where you actually brew your tea, it's probably a better bet. And as far as diet green tea goes, we do want to limit our consumption of those because they do contain artificial sweeteners. And in general, we want to limit our amounts of artificial sweeteners. It's actually very hard to do unless you're going to eat a raw food diet or an extremely clean diet. But in the end, we still want to at least limit the amounts of artificial sweeteners that we do consume.